morning everyone. So today we are here to study class 10 geography chapter 1 resource and development. Till now in this particular chapter we have learned about many things, like we have learned about the meaning of resources. We also learn about the classification of resources. Then we have seen resource planning in India and how to conserve the resources. Then we have seen that when we are talking about the resources, there are two important resources. First, we have learned about the land resources. Now, in today's video, we are going to learn about the second very important resource, that is soil resources. Now, why soil resources are very important? Soil resources are very important because if a land can be used for agricultural activity or not, it depends upon the soil that land is having. The soil may be fertile or the soil may be infertile. Fertile or fertility of a soil is very important when we wanted to grow crops on land. Soil makes land fertile or infertile. That is why soil is very important. Now, when we are talking about the soil resources, why we are calling soil as a resource? As I have told you, soil is acting as a resource for human beings because it makes land fertile or infertile, or according to the fertility of land or according to the soil which a land is having, we can grow crops on it. And when we are talking about the uses of soil resources, we can say that it is a medium of plant growth. As I have told you, what kind of soil is there? If a soil is fertile, then plants can be grown in that particular soil. Or there are different kinds of soil, and that different kinds of soil supports different kinds of plant growths. So we can say that soil is very important for the plant growth. Secondly, it supports living organism on earth. On earth, there are many living organisms, many small living organisms like worms and many other different small kind of insects or animals who live on earth or who live on land or under the surface of land. And those living organisms get their food from the soil, or they can, soil supports them in their living. They decompose the soil. So we can say that there are two important uses of soil resources. First one is medium of plant growth, and it supports living organism on earth, and those living organisms are also very necessary because our body, when any animal or human being died, our body needs to decompose, and these living organisms on earth, they help to decompose the bodies of animals on earth, died animals on earth. So soil resources are very important because it supports the living organism on earth, which supports our ecosystem. Now, when we are talking about the soil resources, we can say that there are 4 layers of soil. And now we will see what are those 4 layers of soil. First one is topwell or upper layer of the soil, which we can see. When we see on earth, we can see that a land is covered. When we see our land, we can see that land is covered by soil. And in that soil, we can see there are many small rocks. Other particles are also there. So we can say that soil is consisting of many different kind of particles, like rocks, decomposing bodies of insects, animals. You can say small particles which has many different other kinds of chemicals which make soil fertile or infertile. So over here we can say that the first layer of soil is topwell or upper layer, which we can see on earth or on land. The second layer of soil is soft subsoil, rocks, sand and silt clay. It consists of subsoil, it consists of small types of rocks, sand and silt clay. Third layer of soil consists of substance weather parent rock. That means it can also be said as soil erosion, because substance weather parent rock means there are rocks in soil. In that layer of a soil there are many rocks, and those rocks have been break down into small particles, which maybe decrease the fertility of soil. Fourth, in the last part or the last layer of soil is unweathered parent bad rock. That means in this soil or in this layer of soil only we can find the rocks. Nothing else was there. The first layer consists of many different particles like soil, and we also have small particles of rocks. We also have insects, decomposing bodies of insects, and other particles or other chemicals. On second layer, we only have rock, sand, and silt clay. On third layer, we are having parent rocks. Parent rocks means rocks are now breaking down into a small particles. That means it's starting the soil erosion. And the last one is unweathered parent bad rock, the fourth layer, which has only a bad rocks, a big bad rocks, not a small particles of rocks. So there are 4 different layers of rocks which we have seen. First one is topwell upper layer, second is subsoil rocks, sand and silt clay, third is substance weather parent rock, and fourth one is unweathered parent bad rock. Now when we are talking about the soil resources, as I have told you in beginning that according to the different kinds of soil on land, we can decide the fertility of that particular soil, or we can decide the plants which can grow on that particular soil, because each kind of soil is having a different features which is good for different kinds of plants or different kinds of living organism. So now we will see classification of soil. Now when we are talking about the classification of soil, first we will see alluvial soil. Now what is alluvial soil? Alluvial soil, it is a very most important soil because every growth of plant depends upon alluvial soil, because it is the most fertile soil which we can farm. It is a type of soil which is more fertile than any other kind of soil or any other type of soil. Now when we are talking about in India, alluvial soil can be found in northern plains. It can be found in northern plains because especially alluvial soils are found in areas where we have a flow of rivers. And northern plains are the area in India which is very rich for the rivers, for the flowing rivers. So when we are talking about the alluvial soil in India, northern plains are having alluvial soil, and when we go for the specific regions, we can say that Himalayan river system. Alluvial soil is mainly found in Himalayan river system, Indus River, Ganga River and Brahmaputra River. These are the 3 Himalayan river system where we can find alluvial soil. And when these rivers flow, they can take alluvial soil from one place to another. Now, when we are talking about the alluvial soil, it consists of sand, silt and clay. That is why we say that it is very fertile, because it also has moisture in it. So we can say that it consists of sand, silt and clay. Now when we are talking about types of alluvial soil, we can find 2 types of alluvial soil. First one is old alluvial, which is also called as Bangar. And second one is new alluvial, which is also called as Khadar. Now what is old alluvial soil? Old alluvial soil means the soil which is there for so many months, or you can say so many years. They are called as old alluvial soil or Bangar. New alluvial soil means when rivers flow, they take soil with them, and in one place they dispose those soil and move further, and that disposition of soil makes a alluvial soil, which is also called as new alluvial soil or Khadar. So we can say that we are having 2 types of alluvial soil, old alluvial Bangar and new alluvial Khadar. Now when we are talking about the features of alluvial soil, what kind of features are there in alluvial soil? We can say that it is very fertile. As I have told you in beginning, alluvial soil is the most fertile soil in comparison of any other types of soil. Then it contains potash, phosphoric acid and lime. When we are talking about the composition of alluvial soil, it has proportion of potash, phosphoric acid and lime. And they are very favorable for the food grains like sugarcane, paddy, wheat, rice, etc. And you can say that alluvial soil is very important because it is very fertile. So the crops which requires more fertility of land, they can grow on alluvial soil. Now when we talk about second type of soil, it is red and yellow soil. Now red and yellow soil is made up of crystalline igneous rocks. It is consist of crystalline igneous rocks. It has crystalline igneous rocks. and in India it can be found in eastern and southern part of Deccan area or Deccan Plateau. We can find red and yellow soil in eastern and southern part of Deccan Plateau. Now when we are talking about the red and yellow soil, over here we can say that red and yellow soil is very moist, or it has more water in it, or it has more moisture in it. That is why it is called as red and yellow soil. And you can see that when it has moisture, it is red in color. That is why we say it as a red soil. But when it is dehydrated, it changes its color and it becomes yellow. That is why we say, or we can call it red and yellow soil. So over here we can once again revise. We have learned about soil resources in this video. We have seen that soil is mainly used for two purposes, or they can called as a resource because it is a medium of plant growth. Plant can be grown in different kinds of soil. Land requires soils to grow plants, and it also supports living organism on earth, small living organism on earth. And it has 4 layers. Topwell layer, rock, sand and silt clay. Third layer, substance weathered parent rock, and fourth layer, unweathered parent bed rock. And then we have seen that classification of soil. Alluvial soil, which can be found in northern plains, Himalayan river system, and it is consists of sand, silt and clay. There are 2 types of alluvial soil, old alluvial Bangar, new alluvial Khadar. Then we have seen that it is very fertile and it contains potash, phosphoric acid and lime. It can be favorable for growing sugarcane, paddy and wheat. Second one is red and yellow soil, which consists of crystalline igneous rocks. It is found in eastern and southern part of Deccan Plateau in India, and it is reddish in color when it has moist, but when it gets dehydrated it becomes yellow in color. Now I hope you will understand the classification of soil. Moving further, in our next video we will see different other types of soil. We have seen only 2 types of soil. Now in other video we will see other types of soil. Thank you.